Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, this is about baby names, but let me say I am not pregnant. I do not plan to be pregnant anytime soon. This is just a video I've wanted to do basically my entire life. Like, I've always loved Disney names, and now that we're newlyweds, like, babies are kind of just the next step, at least for us. And so obviously these names have been floating around my mind, and I've been making lists on my phone and just thinking about it constantly because that's what you do. Like, it's super fun to me, and that's just me. So no, I'm not pregnant, but I am really excited to share these names with you guys. So I have 10 names for you guys, 5 boys and 5 girls, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So the first one that we have is Mickey. Obviously, like, I think I would do Michael and then just nickname him Mickey and not necessarily like Mike, but I think that's a good name that you could grow up into and be Michael or Mike, but Mickey as a little boy, and I think that's so cute. And obviously Mickey Mouse, so that was like the perfect Disney name. Then the first girl name that we have is Charlotte, and she is from The Princess and the Frog. She's the blonde wannabe princess whose dad is super rich, and I love her. She's so funny, and I love that name. I think that's a very sweet southern name, and Princess and the Frog is my favorite Disney movie, and so it kind of just fits. Then the next one is Stefan, and I think that's a really great name. Obviously, I love that movie, and we love Steph Curry, and he's Stefan, and so I don't know, maybe that kind of played into it, but I do really like that name, and it just like works with his character. Like, I feel like a lot of these are because of the character, not necessarily just the name, so I really like that one as well. Then the second girl name that we have, I love so much. It's Vivian, and she's actually from Sophia the First. That's not necessarily a Disney movie as much as it is like a Disney kids show, but I love the name Vivian, and it's oh my gosh, it's so cute. The fifth name that I have is Peter, obviously Peter Pan. Not the biggest fan of that movie, but I've always been a fan of the name Peter and Pete as a nickname, and so that was just like a no-brainer for me. Like, I was like, I love that name. Then we have, oh my gosh, we have number 6 is Belle, and I think that is the perfect little girl name. Honestly, if Riley would let us name our daughter Belle, hands down, that would be the name. My parents always called me Belle growing up. That was my favorite princess, favorite thing, and they always just called me Belle. We all had nicknames, and it was Allie Lou, which is, my middle name is Louise, but they would always say Allie Lou or Belle, and I love that. And then we actually knew a mom of one of our friends, her name was Belle, like her legitimate name was Belle, and I just thought that was the cutest name. And even as a mom, like, I was like, that is a good name. Like, she was the sweetest, she just fit the name, and so that one definitely made the list because Belle is so pretty. I love that. Then I have Max from the Goofy movie, and Max is just a great name, like, because you could definitely do like Mac or Macklin, or you could just do Max or Maximilian as like nicknames. Like, you have tons of nicknames and names to go along with Max, and so I feel like if that is your style and that's like, I don't know, like, I can't say that I would do that name, but I might think of it as a middle name. But I do love that name. I don't know if I would name my son that, just because I have so many other names that I love for boys, but I do think it's a really fun name. Then I have Meg from Hercules, and Hercules is another one of my favorites. Not the biggest fan of her, but I do love that name. I love Meg. Not necessarily Megan, but Meg. I think it's so cute. It's short, it's sweet, it's Meg. It's so cute to me, so I really do like the name Meg. The next one is a boy's name, and it is one of my absolute favorites. It's Hudson from Cars. It's Doc Hudson, or the Hudson Hornet. And I actually used to babysit a little boy named Hudson, and he fit that name perfectly, and I think that is such a sweet name, but it's so strong and like manly, but it's also like the cutest little boy name. Like, it just works with everything, so I really love the name Hudson. And then the last one I have is Daisy. I'm not really sure that I would ever name one of my kids that, but I do know a couple of girls who are named Daisy, and I swoon at that name. I think that's so beautiful. Out of all of the flower or floral names like Rose or Daisy or Lily or whatever, I think Daisy is the prettiest. It just is so soft, but has like a spunky little attitude to it, I feel like. I love it. And obviously it's from Daisy Duck, and that's just the cutest to me. So I love all of those names. I love all of these names, and I seriously wish that I could give each of my kids, like my future babies, 10 names so they could have a name, a middle name, a second middle name, third, fourth, fifth, just so I could cram all of the names that I love into one giant thing for them, because there's so many that I love. But this was just 10 of the Disney names that we would consider naming our kids. I do have a couple more already planned in my notes, a couple of legitimate names that we've talked about, but we've already sort of picked out the names that we love and the top runners. And so I've compiled a list of the names we've legitimately been like, that could be our son, that could be our daughter, and we just kind of slowly weeded through the list. And then I have one of Southern names that I absolutely love, but we won't be using because we do have that. So those videos are on their way. I do kind of want to spread them out and do those more around the time when I am pregnant, just because it will change and things will obviously be different. But this was just a really fun video for me to think of, the 10 names from Disney that we would really consider naming our kids, but we probably won't be using. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below, because we have a ton of fun videos. I honestly wish I could just show you on my phone how many notes I have of videos and lists and everything that I'm going to be filming in the next couple of weeks when I get some downtime. So yes, please subscribe if you want to watch more from me and from my little husband and I. It's so fun being married, and a marriage update is coming, so make sure to be on the lookout for that. I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.